Drive babyface.
Of all, he made a name for himself. He was putting face paint on.
That's your guy now.
Young Buck, like stop with beating the Young Buck. I don't want to see him everywhere. What's going on, everybody? This is the 13th episode of Smarkin Around, lucky number 13. As always, I am one of your hosts, Carl Smarks, and with me is the ultimate babyface, the man that if he doesn't like you, it's you. It's not him. That is Johnny Boy.
Yeah.
And
That was a little Cody Rhodes shout.
And we got the one that you gotta say his name more than twice because it's so nice. Joe.
What's up, Triple J in the building? Another week, Smarkin Around. Welcome.
Yeah, man. And we survived the heat wave, I suppose. We survived a heat wave this week.
Yeah.
And
We survived that. But
it is.
I kind of want to jump right into it. You know who didn't survive? The entire roster from Monday Night Raw, except for Jey Uso. Actually, he was getting wicked with the crowd, and
Jey Uso was getting wicked with the crowd.
Yeah, but that was crazy. What up, Ray?
What up, Ray?
Ray.
What's up?
A little late, but
Carl, Johnny, Joe.
You definitely made it.
Sorry about that. I was having technical difficulties.
We were just talking about the heat wave that we survived, my friend. The heat wave. How are you, Ray?
I mean, I'm doing all right. It's been quite a week, but happy to be here. I'm sure we have lots to discuss. Everything that's happened in the past week in the world of wrestling. Mm-hmm. The Clash, Raw, last night's Dynamite. So much has happened.
Oh, yeah. And are you guys pumped for the Olympics 2024? Am I the only one that's pumped for Olympics? Do you guys enjoy the
USA?
Olympics?
Yeah, I was watching those qualifying, what do you call them, tournaments. They're pretty
They are definitely promoting that.
Who's going to be the next Kurt Angle?
Who's going to be the next Kurt Angle?
Who's going to be the next Ryan Lochte?
Where we left our listeners was we were going into Clash of the Castle. So let's just jump into some Clash news, man. Just to say, we couldn't predict a lot of things that were going to happen. We had our predictions. Ray does his thing on Twitter, and he's like, this is what might happen. This is what we really didn't call it. We got thrown a curveball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look.
A number of them.
At this point, I feel bad for Drew. I do. I was never really a fan of Drew, but at this point, I kind of feel bad for him. And I'll tell you why. How many more PLEs will CM Punk? Well, not anymore, but how many PLEs has Punk screwed him and interfered with? Just coming in from backstage is interfering. I mean, that's why AEW got rid of him for being such a disruptor like that. Am I wrong? I think Trip Paul H. Levesque is just trying to keep him relevant at this point. I mean, I'm a CM Punk guy, but I don't like his role at the moment. What say y'all?
I thought that was I thought it was amazing, to be honest with you. I thought that was Finn Balor at first when he ran out, and I was like, why is that ref wearing Jordans? And then it was CM Punk, and then he recreated that meme with the peace sign and then posted it on Twitter that Drew, he used that same meme to kind of throw shade at CM Punk. And then I think CM Punk just won the internet war between them at the moment. And I mean, Drew said he quit, right? So
I'm going to throw this out there. Kayfabe or not, I don't blame Drew for quitting at this point because Paul H. Levesque and Adam Pearce should have done more to. I mean, this was a title bout in his home country. More should have been done for security purposes. No interference, no CM Punk bullshit. That's where I stand on it.
Did you actually think that out of all people, and then I had a friend of mine, he said that he predicted CM Punk would come out, and I was just like, I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not. It's in Scotland, and why would he fly out there? And then I thought, well, AJ Styles did the same thing to LA Knight in Australia, right? And
yeah.
Chamber match, and I'm like, well, there might be a chance for that, but
LA Styles, AJ Styles was an active member of the roster. What I want to know at this point is what's CM Punk's stance? Why has he not gotten in the ring once and for all with Drew?
Well, he's still waiting to get cleared medically. And
then what is he doing interfering backstage? I would have cut him out and brought him back in at a later time.
Well, think about it. Drew has been acting like an internet troll, right? And CM Punk has called him out on it many times. And then now Drew got a taste of his own medicine more than once. You mess with CM Punk, you're gonna get it.
Sure, understood. But this is, I don't like the finality of this. They need to continue this. Anyway, go on, guys.
Where do you see this ranking as the biggest, one of the biggest, or the biggest loss on a home turf, hometown venue?
Did you guys?
But see, that's the thing. I didn't even really consider it. I mean, yes, it was a loss officially, but it was more of a screw job.
Exactly. So,
yeah.
Do you rank this higher than the '97 screw job of Bret Hart?
No, not that high.
Well, everybody.
Bret Hart is the screw job of screw jobs.
I mean,
in the history.
If I had to say something about it, I was totally thinking Drew was going to be the only person to win.
We all kind of predicted that, but
so I think it is an absolute screw job for sure. I don't know. I can't really rate it against Bret's. You guys saw that I didn't, but for me, I think it's devastating to see how that played out.
At this point, who is CM Punk to be screwing anybody? He's not even cleared. He's not an active roster member, if you want to say that. But what is his stance? Where does he stand now?
Well, WWE really cares about storyline, and at this point, there's going to be some big. I see like some big DQ match coming up in the future between CM Punk and Drew, and they're going to go head to head, kill each other probably, and eventually that will come. But right now, CM Punk got that bionic elbow or whatever you called it, and as soon as that goes, I just want to see them go absolute ape shit. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah,
because right now that's all it is that CM Punk has right now is Drew, and I love it. I really do. He just got back in after 10 years. Okay, I'd rather him go through this than them making him champion, just like how they did it to who walked in. What's his name? Okada. He got that belt like what? Not even a month in to AEW.
Right.
I kind of like how they're doing this thing, and plus they're letting the younger guys rise up as they should. He's not holding anybody back, and I think he said that too when he came back.
I mean, we're all Chicago guys here. We're CM Punk fans, but at this point,
he's the biggest of us all, right?
It's Ray. It's a little bit asinine. Anyway,
yeah,
LA Styles, baby.
LA Styles.
And Drew came out the next night on Raw, and he pretty much said he quits. And now we're seeing him in a different promotion. Kind of. It's kind of being pretty cool how he's doing it. He quits. I believe he deleted all his socials off Twitter and all that good stuff. So he's playing this out pretty deep because it is a devastating loss. Mm-hmm. I know he wanted to come out and say something, but he's like, I can't handle it anymore. I quit. This is going to lead up to something big. It's got to lead something big. And I know in the press conference, CM Punk said, no Hell in a Cell. That's this something like that. A reporter asked him, "You guys are gonna fight in a cell, Hell in a Cell?" He's like, "You shouldn't be booking this, right, or whatever."
And
So
let's look at this a little bit deeper. It was then when Trip Hall H. Levesque and Adam Pearce started kissing his ass, like, "Oh, don't leave, don't leave." Why didn't they intervene when CM Punk went out and became a guest referee? He made himself a guest referee. Now,
but if he counted the 3, would that be official count? It wouldn't be official count either way. He just kind of, if he's not an official WWE referee.
It all happened too fast. They couldn't do nothing about it. Just like when CM Punk had that fight that almost ended everybody's life backstage at AEW. It just happened too fast, So, I just want to throw it out there that I think Drew's going to end up getting his moment again pretty soon.
At this point, I hope he does.
Yeah, I think he deserves it. I mean, he's had that same story, just like Cody Rhodes. He left, made a name for himself. He looks phenomenal, and and now he's a superstar. I mean, he got that multi-year extension, right? That deal. He's gonna get something coming to him pretty soon. So,
but something we predicted pretty much was the Cody defeating AJ Styles I Quit match. I thought it was a finish, but Mama Rose was there, slapped Mr. AJ Styles, and one high spot twice.
How many more times is he going to bring his mama to the ringside? Bro, enough with your mama.
Oh yeah, that was entertaining. And there was one high spot. He threw this chair, and like you ever play WWE, like the 2K games or whatever, right? You press the B button, and that chair goes flying. And dude hit that chair spot. AJ Styles is gonna do the springboard. He hit the chair spot. It goes into the table. It was a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
But other than that finish with the steel steps over his head, I quit. I was expecting a little more.
Yeah,
it was.
I agree. Mama Rhodes watched her son get his ass whooped with a belt twice now.
Oh man!
Cody, stop bringing your mama around.
I think The Rock kind of forced Cody's mom to come to to watch. He had a gift for her, right?
Yep.
Right. I'm just trying to defend Cody at any cost at this point.
I mean, it's his run. Johnny Boy keeps moving the goalposts, bro. So you can't get it. You can't get him. There you go.
It was WrestleMania as well.
Time.
How would she miss her son's biggest match of his career? Yeah, you're gonna need that, buddy. You're gonna need that. Oh god.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at that. It kind of was a little bit reminiscent of when what was it? John Cena and JBL in their I Quit match when JBL quit and Cena hammered his ass with what was that, a pipe or something? Oh shit!
Yeah, it sounded just like that too. By the
way, it's a kind of I Quit match protocol at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been done better, but I wasn't expecting too much out of the match. I don't know the runtime. I was expecting maybe go a little longer, but
yeah,
it was all right. It was a good match, I guess. Like that one spot was pretty cool. Do you see a third iteration, Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles anytime soon?
I don't know.
No.
I wouldn't mind it. Maybe they could pull off another banger. But who would be his next opponent though?
It's got to. They got to put Randy Orton.
Oh right, because at the end of his match, didn't Solo just like nonchalant, just like
definitely came out
trying to hide. Yeah, and then Solo is one. That's an obvious. But Randy, they got a picture of Randy staring right at Cody's belt. Just like menacingly,
I mean, without Randy, there is no Cody. There isn't.
Yeah, if you look historically,
I think they
WWE, right? Yeah,
got to fit Orton in that picture somehow.
But do you put him in Money in the Bank?
Sure.
straight away. This coming up PLE, pay-per-view, whatever.
Yeah.
You could do it right now and build it up to Money in the Bank. Yeah, I think you can.
Well, we still have several qualifying matches. It's a little
Right.
too early, but I'm just saying eventually, somewhere down the line, they got to put Randy in with Cody.
And then
They do.
another match, Bailey retained her women's title, which we all saw coming.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
there was another curveball with the women's tag team
Yeah.
champions.
Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, right?
Yes, hometown
Yes.
girls, right? That's
Did
what they
not
were
see
meant
that
for.
coming.
Did not see
I
that
did
coming. I
not
think
see
we
that
all just spammed, and it was the right move. I think at
Mm.
this point,
It was.
But did we not see Jade Cargill tap out
Twice.
twice?
We did.
so there
Now,
goes our superhero. But they needed to break up eventually. Maybe it wasn't the best way of doing it, but this was a good feel good moment for the hometown crowd because they took 2 L's pretty much and one
Oh,
huge
yeah.
one.
I mean,
Mhm.
that was a botch to me.
And they were trapped
was,
in catering for far too long.
Yep, we
that
agree
was
with that.
very, very close camera shot and an apparent botch, a clear tap out twice. You can't hide things like that. You can't edit things like that. So
Her botch with that springboard.
not
Oh.
only that, tapping out is tapping out, my friends.
Man.
You think she's
Yes.
ready for the? I mean,
No,
yeah.
I don't think she should be doing any acrobatic moves like that anymore. Maybe
Just
focus
stick to
on
her.
something else,
Stick to her
like-
regular.
Nia Jax, do something that she does. She keeps it very simple and she's good at it. Nobody necessarily has to see you jump off the top rope. Just lift somebody up and slam them down really hard. Let's get some good spots in there.
I mean,
Powerful, slams.
granted, there's condensation on the ropes after every match. Things like that will happen. But the bigger botch again is the tap out is a tap out is a tap out. When Shayna Baszler had the lock on her, close camera.
Yeah.
I
But
honestly
the
saw
referee
them
didn't see it.
Right, they're behind. She was
Right.
behind. The referee was behind them. I think I saw Shayna winning with Zoe Stark more than I did seeing though Isla Dawn win. Honestly, in my opinion,
Contenders to that tag team title. Then
they Zoe Stark and Shayna have been kind of, if you think about it, they've been winning a lot of matches as a tag team.
yeah,
And Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, they obviously they got the hometown PLE coming. They just got involved in all of this storyline, like within the last 2 or 3 weeks before the PLE came about. Because before they were just backstage people commenting on other superstars or something, teasing them. So for me, I think it was the right move for heartfelt, but as far as business wise or just for any fan that could agree with me, I don't think that was the right move, to be honest. I'd rather see Shayna do it. Yeah. Shayna and Zoe, they've been more involved. I feel like they do pretty well. I mean, how many times have we seen that Karafuda clutch win, And how many times did we see Zoe Stark, do what she does, which is pretty good. She can actually do springboards and what's her name can't, so.
I respect your opinion, but I just remembered, to be fair, that Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, they have been eyeing the women's tag team division for quite a while now, just from a backstage POV.
Right.
It's like they've been teasing for them to finally get in and just waiting for their moment to strike. And now here we go. We got it. Shayna took the pin. Bianca and Jade, they lost the titles, but at the same time, they were protected in the finish. That was the only way to do it. That was the only way, in the eyes of the company, to get the titles off of Bianca and Jade
Okay.
without getting pinned.
Right.
So both women were protected in the process.
Mm.
I
Because
think
keep
it was
in
the right
mind,
move.
when it's a triple threat, the
Yep.
champions do not have to be involved in the decision.
True. Yeah, that is true.
That's facts.
Yep. I mean, I could agree.
Yep.
I think I just wish they would have gotten them a little more involved, at least with having more matches and screen time.
Okay.
I think it meant more for the people in Scotland than it did for me that they won.
That's respectable.
There could be like a double meaning on why. But I believe that there is a double meaning on why they got their moment. Okay, we got four people respectively, competing in 3 different matches from Scotland. We gotta give one of them their moment. So they went with Alba and Isla. And many people took it as a sign that saying, "Oh shit, Drew's not gonna get his moment. He's gonna lose again." And unfortunately, they were right.
Yeah.
Right when they saw that, that match transpire.
Yeah.
And then we moved on to the Sammy Gable. Sammy defeated Chad Gable with Alpha Academy leaving his ringside because there was a collision between him and one of his Alpha Academy members that got dragged out by Otis, which gave the opening to Sami Zayn to get the win.
Who else thought Chad looked absolutely insane and like pissed off? Like I was intimidated by that guy staring into the camera like that. That dude, he looks so mad. But I do like how they get the Alpha Academy so involved with his matches like that. It makes for a great story.
Well, we've seen the Alpha Academy pretty much disintegrate in the last week. They're pretty much.
Is there going to be Alpha Academy 2.0?
With the Creed brothers?
Yes.
Well, I hope so.
They got
see it happening.
Rebrand.
Creed brothers been off the screen for a while.
I want to touch on who's going to be who's currently the number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship.
It's Seth Rollins.
Drew got screwed.
Freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
Is back. That's right.
And what a fit did he come back in, guys. That fit was as sleek as all sleek. That man has style, charisma, and everything you need. Because I would wear something like that, boys. I would wear that out to a communion. I would wear that to church. I wouldn't wear it to a bar, but I'll wear that fit all around, boys.
Church and communion, but not to a bar.
Not to a bar.
I'm
not gonna judge you, brother. You do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy.
But yeah, that was a banger moment. Seth freaking Rollins returned.
That's gonna be good. Him against El Campeón
at Money in the Bank.
Match.
It is official.
I'm excited.
I hope he's 100% though. It's only been what
2 months.
It's only been. And he had surgery too, right?
I think.
Yeah,
I was surprised that he came back after just 2 months, and I'm over here thinking, is it too soon? Don't you think that's too soon? But I don't know. I'm no doctor. I'm just skeptical,
Yeah. I'm excited though. I think that's gonna be a good match. Who do you guys see winning though?
I think it's too soon for Seth to retain or win, right? Regain. That's the word I'm looking for. Thanks, Ray.
Yeah, I think Damian Priest retains.
Do you think Damian is going to lose via cash-in the same night?
That is a good question.
It is.
I got my prediction, but I'll let you guys go first.
Yeah, I've got my prediction as well.
So I know Drew had quit, right? But I got a feeling that some odd reason he's going to end up in that Money in the Bank match.
There you go. I took the words right out of my mouth.
So did we all have the same prediction?
No.
To win Money in the Bank or to win Seth versus Drew?
Wait. So you think he will be in the match itself?
I believe I have a feeling he's going to be in that match, and he's going to win that Money in the Bank briefcase.
So he'll get another title shot.
Yeah, and I
Hey,
think
man.
he's going to cash in the same night.
You think
But
so?
but if that does happen, and this is like, I feel like I'm on DraftKings right now. I think CM Punk's going to mess that up too.
Is this
What?
your prediction, or are you reading spoiler blogs again?
This is my prediction.
Okay.
Prediction. Drew's going to win Money in the Bank, cash in the same night, and CM Punk's going to ruin that as well.
I'm gonna make a prediction out of the far left here. I
Okay.
think it's gonna be Jey Uso's time very, very soon.
Okay.
So you got Jay winning this Money in the Bank.
If I were to make a pick right now, I'm gonna go with Jay. But again, there's very many more qualifying matches, so that's my guy at the moment.
All
Could
right, let's
change.
talk about the Well, Ray, you had a prediction for this Money in the Bank. What's on your mind, buddy?
Well, I believe that, back to what Johnny was saying, mine's a little bit of the opposite. A little tweak. Since we have all these qualifying matches, it's going to be like maybe what, 6 men in the ladder match? 6, 7 men.
Yeah.
It's usually 6.
So
7.
I think they're probably the night of Money in the Bank. They're probably going to pull an Austin Theory as a surprise. By having when they had him as a surprise entrant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But this time, Drew McIntyre. And I see it ending with him knocking off Jey Uso off the ladder and grabbing the briefcase.
Nice.
Does he cash in that same night? Does he cash in on Seth, or does he cash in on Priest? I don't know. But I don't see CM Punk messing it up for him. I see him taking out CM Punk before the cash in, just so we're all good, just so we're all in the clear.
In the back.
Speaking of CM Punk, he's going to be making his return to Chicago tomorrow night on SmackDown with a special announcement. Which
And
begs the
our
question.
boy. Go ahead, Ray.
Which
Sorry.
begs the question: is he cleared or is he not cleared to wrestle?
Right.
That's what I mean. Is what could
Yeah.
he say? What does he possibly have to say? Yeah, he's in this hometown. He's always there. He has a long promo spot. What is he going to say?
Okay, so since we did put our predictions, let me tell you the qualifying matches. So the next qualifying match is a triple threat match: Braun Strowman, Chad Gable, and Bronson Reed. Right? And that's on Raw. Sorry.
Yep.
The next two qualifying matches: Orton, Tama Tonga, and Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown, and Kevin Owens, Andrade, the new Speed Twitter champion, and Grayson Waller, I believe.
Okay, so real quick. Okay, Randy Tama versus Mello.
Triple
It's
threat.
no DQ, right? No DQ with the triple.
That's
threat.
right.
I believe so. That's correct.
Bloodlines against Randy because of what happened at Clash of the Castle, and I think Mello is going to take advantage of something, and still win. He's
you
gonna
got
win that.
Carmelo Hayes winning that match.
Yeah, he's gonna play it smart.
So you got
I see
Orton,
that happening.
Hayes, and then who's your second from SmackDown?
It's Andrade, right? Andrade. Who else was in
Grayson
there?
Waller and Kevin Owens.
So I believe it's Kevin Owens and Waller. They have that drama going on. Theory is going to get involved, I believe, at some point with Waller and Owens. And yeah, I see it. Yeah, Andrade winning that.
And for the SmackDown, Strowman, Gable, Reed.
That one's kind of hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I think that's an absolute stacked match, by the way. I think Chad Gable can lift both of those guys up too. I want to see that if you can. But
that'd be cool.
That one's kind of hard to say, man.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Triple J, who you got in those three qualifying matches?
I'm gonna go with Randy, and I'm gonna go with Gable.
And the last one, KO, Andrade, Waller.
KO.
Ray, your turn, buddy.
I have Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, and what was the other one?
KO. Oh,
Gable, Strowman,
Strowman,
Reed.
Reed.
I say Chad Gable. I think he needs it more, but who knows if he's gonna make the match on Monday based on the way Raw ended and the state that he was left in.
True. He looks like he had a gunshot wound, but yeah, we'll talk about that shortly.
I'll have to say Chad Gable too for my last pick.
So either way, we're gonna get really good money in the bank match based off
Yeah.
so far the qualifiers.
Yeah.
And somebody did qualify,
so.
and
Yeah,
somebody
Jay-
did qualify, and
It
it was
was
Jay.
Jay, right? Yeah. Obviously.
And then the room went dark.
Oh, I'm getting chills.
The room went freaking dark, boys. And we knew what was coming once we heard those piano keys. And it was just piano keys. And
Is
then you
Uncle
saw
Howdy in his house right now? Why are your lights buddy?
and then you saw a figure emerge from the smoke. And it was a woman. And she looked like she was straight from The Exorcist, and she was ready to possess your body. She stood by the lantern and she pointed to the backstage area, and the camera followed. And once that backstage area, that camera got in there, it was nothing but destruction and waste and masks. And one person that we know very well was laid up against equipment box, and he was bleeding from his head. And that person was Chad Gable. And then the camera panned over to none other than Uncle Howdy coming through the smoke with his Wyatt 6.
The Wyatt 6.
Wyatt 6.
Who is under those masks?
Well, I think we already confirmed.
Are they familiar characters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They got
Somebody
Nikki
want to name
Cross.
him?
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Go
Nikki
ahead, Ray. I
Cross.
know you know everything, buddy. I
I'll
know
let Johnny
you.
take his spot.
Wait, does Ray know more of everything than Johnny Boy?
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm pretty sure he does. But I'll just say it then. We got Nikki Cross, I think, as Sister Abigail, I believe.
Yes.
And all the characters are actually from the Firefly Funhouse, I believe. All of Bray Wyatt's, his friends. So Nikki Cross, you got Eric Rowan as Ramblin' Rabbit. And by the way, I saw this on Twitter, a little Easter egg. The back of Eric Rowan's head has Luke Harper's mask as paying homage to Luke Harper.
Oh.
The lamp mask?
Yeah, because when you first see him holding that hammer that says help, he wasn't looking. That was his back. He has Luke Harper's mask on the back of his head. Then he turns around and you can see the rabbit face. So that's Eric Rowan. Shout out to Luke Harper, by the way, rest in peace. Then you go through to Gorilla. You got none other than Dexter Loomis, and he is, I don't know the character's name, but he's one of the characters. And then you go through the curtain, and you have Joe Gacy.
The Buzzard.
Yes, the Buzzard. And Joe Gacy is
the pig.
Yeah, forgot his name. Is it Huckus?
Huckus.
Husky the pig, I think.
Husky, yeah.
Huckus,
Yeah.
yes, something like that.
Or Huckus.
So yeah. And then you scroll through, you see Chad Gable with a gunshot wound to the head. And then you see Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas right there. Shout out to Bo Joe. There you go.
Believe in the shit.
You see how when he was walking, he did that little hand gesture. I think that was really sick. But yeah, they all, dude. I ain't gonna lie, I shouldn't tear during that whole 5 minutes. It was, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you because it felt more than just them finally revealing themselves. It just had Bray Wyatt, written all over it. We haven't had that since Bray Wyatt. So I think it was cinema, as I called it on Twitter.
Joe,
So, yeah.
what's your impressions on the debut of these Wyatt Six?
I love it. Again, I just wanted to get confirmation as to who is behind the map. But then now the second question is, um, who will they go after first? I'm saying Judgment Day.
Okay.
Really?
And will they show up on SmackDown as well?
Wait, before we get to all that, Ray, what was your impression on their debut?
Well, it is no secret that for quite a long time that I was not interested in this whole Wyatt Six faction. And let me tell you why. The reason why is because for many years, ever since what, 2013, when the Wyatt family made their main roster debut, they were on such a hot streak, but then every time they get some momentum, they always lose in a big feud. Same when Bray Wyatt eventually went solo, and then the whole Firefly Funhouse, getting fed to Goldberg. The list goes on. But now it's a new era, it's the Renaissance era. The debut was when it finally happened for the Wyatt Six. It was Bray Wyatt's vision. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. Rest in peace, Wyndham Rotunda. Because if he was still here, it would have literally been the Wyatt Six. He could have been. He was originally supposed to be the sixth member, but now I believe his spirit can be the sixth member. But the way it was done, the way it was executed, it was absolutely beautiful. It was very haunting, very, very thrilling and magnificent. And what made it so much better that it was all done all in one shot. No camera
Yeah,
cuts.
That
yeah,
was brilliant.
the
So good.
camera was excellent.
So as I posted on Twitter, I felt like I was watching a horror movie, and it was like The Purge. Just going through that backstage area, it was just a massacre, and it felt just like watching a horror movie, and it got me really intrigued to obviously who's under the mask, and to uh, Joe's question, who are they gonna target next?
And will they show up on SmackDown tomorrow night in Chicago?
And will they show up on SmackDown?
Well, I know who is going to show up tomorrow to SmackDown. This guy. So,
Oh, yeah.
so yeah, I'll be there at SmackDown. I'm going with shout out to my cousin Tito.
Shout out Tito, cousin
Big
Tito.
wrestling guy. We got to get him on the show one of these episodes. But really excited to go, and honestly, I hope the White Six show up, dude, because that'd be killer. My first ever SmackDown show. Sorry to get up, all up in my business here, but my first ever SmackDown show, I think it was 2021. I saw Bray Wyatt come out, and he gave his promo. It was very emotional, and then he got super crazy, was choking the cameraman or something in the ring, and then he left. That was and I'm glad I was able to see that. But I hope I get to see the White Six come out and Bray's brother, come out there with this whole crew and do that too. It's gonna be killer.
Yeah, I was sitting right next to you. Yeah, that was incredible seeing Bray before he passed on.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah, they can target a number of people. They can target the current bloodline tomorrow on SmackDown, show back up on Raw, and go after Judgment Day. A lot of things you can predict.
yeah,
Would they target a whole faction instead of just one individual person like they
and,
did Chad
and
Gable?
that is a good question because I've seen posts on Twitter. People are going crazy over all this, trying to figure out all the subliminals, all the cryptic messages. They see Chad Gable was mentioned in one of those QR codes, or they go to the videos or something. It said CG, and another picture said you used to say thank you or something like that. With Chad Gable, he's changed. He used to say thank you. He doesn't do that no more. So there's rumors going around that Carmelo Hayes is the next person. So I definitely see them going on some type of onslaught. whether it's faction or not.
Carmelo
But
Hayes.
I do suspect Carmelo Hayes to be next.
Really?
Yeah,
Carmelo Hayes.
yeah,
Well, he's in that
Interesting.
triple threat tomorrow.
he is. So that's just speculation. That's just rumors going out on Twitter. I'm not too certain on it, but I don't know what else to think about as far as who's going to be targeted next. A lot of people feel like it might be him. Literally
Speaking
him.
of factions they could target, speaking of the Judgment Day, just taking a little swerve. Dominic Mysterio can't find his cow vest, boys. He can't find it. And you know what Carlito said to him? He said, "Hey, Dom, that's not cool. You probably left it in Liv's hotel."
That's crazy.
That's my bad impression of Carlito.
That was pretty good.
Well,
Yeah.
what do you guys make of this whole Liv Dom? She got his vest, key cards. Finn took it. He was protecting him. It's pretty comical to me.
I feel like Dom's a lucky guy.
Yeah, I'd like to be.
He's got his mommy, Rhea Ripley, and then he's got some Liv Morgan chasing after him too. It's kind of
And-
crazy, man. I don't know what kind of pheromones that guy gives off, but
Latino heat.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Maybe start wearing cow purple jackets and stuff.
Who knows? Maybe it might bring like some Eddie Guerrero persona to him. He lies, he cheats, and he steals, right? So
There you go.
Probably.
yeah,
He got the mullet, so there you go.
he does. He does.
He's doing Eddie Proud. I
his
see.
real dad.
Bob,
His papi? No.
What else we got?
Take it easy.
That joke will never die.
What else we got? We got Logan Paul, U.S. champion. LA Knight comes through to
Yeah.
Puerto Rico house, chilling in his pool, gets kicked out by his security, and he should be there on SmackDown, right? They should have some kind of program on SmackDown in Chicago.
it's like, hey, yeah, your buddy from LA's here. Your buddy from LA's here.
LA Styles.
LA from LA, who?
It's LA Styles, guys.
I think we pretty much covered everything WWE would. So I heard it was pretty high rated Raw. Like that, was this the
Yeah.
best Raw of the
Oh.
year so far?
I would say.
Better
Yeah,
than the Raw after WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That was yeah. Those are neck and neck. And Ray, I don't know if you were here, but we were talking about Drew, and where does this rank amongst the most devastating losses in a hometown to you?
Most definitely top 5.
Top 5. You can name 5. I could only think of really 2, like the Bret Hart one. I could think of
Montreal.
Edge or JBL.
Unforgiven 2006.
Edge, Unforgiven 2006. In that ladder match that John Cena had no business being in, right? Was it TLC? I can't remember.
TLC, and I remember apparently John Cena wanted to put Edge over, and he wanted to go to SmackDown and turn heel, but supposedly Vince said no. He shut that shit down. Hence why when John grabbed the title, that's why he looked all sad. He wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Honorable mention when Sami Zayn lost to Roman Reigns at that PLE last year in Montreal. A little
Elimination
honorable
Chamber.
mention for me. Yeah,
That was a good one.
that was a good match.
Yeah, I'll have a top 5 too. I'll give it top 5. Moving on, boys. AEW Forbidden Doors next Sunday.
Oh
We got-
man.
Yeah,
We got a
that-
lot of stuff there. A lot
You
of
know-
cooking action.
I'm actually glad we came about this. What is this rumor with Shane McMahon going to AEW? What is this? Yeah, you
I
guys
just
see
found
that?
this out today.
Yeah,
Wait.
I hear it. So Shane, I always thought Shane was always good for business. I remember him or being told that he was one of the pioneers that wanted to take ECW on the internet before streaming was a thing. He wanted to buy UFC, but a lot of his business stuff were shut down by his father. So I think Shane would be a great creative person or something business wise to AEW, but as far as talent, I don't see it.
Yeah, that's
Not
true.
not now.
He would not even be let through the doors. Give me a break.
Dude, Tony Khan is a fanboy, dude. He's a fanboy. Come on. He literally didn't he make a show for CM Punk? Gave him a title?
And he fired him.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
realized that sometimes your childhood heroes are dicks.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ray? What do you think about Shane? Maybe. Well, it's almost every week we talk about somebody going to AEW. But go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, that's like been a common theme ever since AEW came about in 2019, which is fun. But the idea of Shane McMahon possibly going to All Elite Wrestling, whether as a maybe like as an on-screen character or it's like a maybe a backstage producer or authority figure or a vice president, who knows, or talent relations or creative. I I may be in the minority here, but I'm actually open to the idea.
But I just don't think I don't think they'll even give him a whiff. They won't even let him through the door. I mean, sure, being Tony Khan maybe being a fan, but a fan is a fan, and that's about it. You're not going to let him infiltrate your business, if I may use the word infiltrate, but business is business. These are two separate companies in the same business.
True, but you got to think about it like this. It's Shane McMahon. This guy's been, I think he was baptized inside of a WWE SmackDown arena at some point in his life. This guy is WWE all over. Imagine him going there. Imagine how much more views they're gonna get every episode, or you know. So I don't really care, to be honest. I think it is kind of crazy to see that. I mean, you got WWE, they got to deal with TNA. Now that forbidden door has been opened. All right, shout out to Joe Hendry. He came on NXT the other day. You know, say his name here in Pierce. Hey, if he shows up tomorrow, by the way, I'm gonna go ape shit. I'm telling you right now.
Joe Henry?
Joe
In
Hendry. Yeah.
SmackDown? Nah, I
No.
don't think he's there yet.
He said any show.
Oh,
Any show.
Maybe a dark match.
yeah, he's not there yet.
Anyway, I think this is the biggest upcoming match on the planet right now. Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay.
So
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm
So
ready.
we kind of have a situation, a Cody Rhodes, Logan Paul situation here. Is it only for one belt, or is it only for, or is it for both?
it's only for the
Just one.
AEW championship.
Just for the AEW World Championship.
Yeah, I think Will
I'm
Ospreay's
surprised
gonna
he
win.
didn't push that narrative. A little too Logan Cody, maybe, but that's the biggest match happening on the planet right now.
Biggest hype entrance.
To be fair,
go ahead, Ray.
Will actually earned his title shot. It wasn't handed to him.
He absolutely did. You're right.
I don't want to see Ospreay as AEW champion. I think Swerve, they need to let Swerve keep going with it, because I am personally, my opinion, I'm a fan of Swerve Strickland much more than I am of Will Ospreay, because I don't know, I love what Swerve does. He grinded his way all the way to the top. So did Ospreay all around the world doing all this stuff, but I'm just a bigger fan of Swerve, and I love everything he's doing right now. So let him keep cooking.
I'm a big fan of these guys as well. That's why this is a huge match. I can't wait for this.
Ray, your thoughts, buddy?
I am very excited for this match, especially after the promo segment that they had in the ring last night, making it personal.
Yeah.
I love both guys. I've been watching Swerve since the Lucha Underground days, and I've been watching Will Ospreay since I was first introduced to him at Ring of Honor Final Battle 2016. And then, of course, I started watching his stuff in New Japan and his famous matches with Ricochet. So I've been a fan of his ever since. And I had the honor and privilege of meeting him at Warrior Wrestling back in December of 2021. Such a cool guy. The match, I hope it's at least 30 minutes, maybe 35 minutes. It's going to be a certified banger. But then something that Ospreay said last night really had me thinking. about the finish for the match. I feel that what he said, I feel like Don Callis is gonna cost Will Ospreay the title because he said, "I don't need Don Callis. I don't need anybody to help me beat you. I'm gonna do it myself." And of course, that left a sour taste in the mouth of Don Callis. So I can see him getting involved. That way, Ospreay doesn't lose clean, and Swerve continues his reign and possibly walk into Wembley at All in London as the AEW Heavyweight Champion.
Ooh.
That's my theory.
Yeah, I think Don Callis family. This is the separation of Will Ospreay and the Don Callis family, as rightfully so it should be, because Ospreay is way over right now. So I believe this is the right move. Do I want him to win the championship right now? No, not against Swerve. I wanted to keep going a little more. And then we had MJF's return to the ring, and MJF, of course, is
Here with Roosh.
one of the best
Whoosh.
workers in that company as well. The match itself, I didn't think it was too. It was okay. What did you guys think of MJF's first return? Well,
It was good, but I expected the match to go longer.
Roosh, I'm a big fan of Roosh, guys. No, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
big-
Roosh.
They tore it down. That was a really good match. That was a banger of a match.
He's fun to watch.
Nice. That's all I
Yeah,
really watched
he-
up to.
Last night.
The trash talk is actually pretty good, despite a little bit of a language barrier. The
Yeah.
back and forth is actually pretty fun to watch.
And that's as much as I watched on Dynamite the last time. I had other engagements I had to get to. So you guys got to fill me in on this. Ray, you could take over. What your thoughts on Dynamite? Just run us through matches or anything you just feel like talking about.
Did you not see the? Did you miss the run-in
Yeah, I
with
missed a lot.
with Ospreay? With Ospreay
No.
making the save,
Yeah, and then MJF in the backstage came through, and
and then we
he gave
got
him
that
the-
very and
Yep.
we got that
I saw
intense
that
stare
actually.
down between Ospreay and MJF. The teaser, the planning of the seeds. Like I think that'll be the move for Wembley. Ospreay and MJF.
Ospreay and MJF. For
Yeah, a lot of
Wembley.
involvement there.
I hope they do it. I mean,
Yeah, they
he
got-
kind of hinted at putting the title on the line, right? To
I
MJF.
love the idea. Like, do it.
They once touted All in London as the biggest professional wrestling event ever. So, yeah, they got to do it again big if they're going to top last year. Oh, a heat check, guys. Mina Shirakawa versus Tony Storm last night, the contract signing for that AEW women's. Woo! One word, woo.
Ric Flair, baby.
What a contract signing, huh? Just beautiful and athletic wrestlers that I love what Tony Storm's doing. She's awesome. This Forbidden Door thing is really exciting to me, with bringing other companies in for AEW to showcase their talents, like I've been saying. And it's very entertaining. And just unfortunately, I couldn't watch the whole show. So I'm
We have
excited.
the love triangle going on with Mina Shirakawa, Tony Storm, and Mariah May. But then the Saraya, aka Paige, and her crony come in and interfere with that contract signing.
Yeah, what was that all about? That was so random.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit too soon, maybe, for that. But
It was unnecessary, in my opinion.
yeah, true. But then again, it's Saraya. Saraya has always been in that title, and she's always wanted a shot at the title for the past year or so, ever since they broke up the Outcasts. But yeah, that's my heat check.
Ray, what's your pits and highs on Dynamite? Pits and peaks.
Definitely, the highs were pits and peaks. His pits like the negatives, and the peaks are the
Yeah,
positives.
it's like the yep. Peaks are your
Pros. pros and
splits.
cons. Okay.
Yeah.
The peaks were definitely the promo between the back and forth promo between Swerve and Osprey, the stare down between Osprey and MJF, the contract signing for the AEW Women's Title, the pits, Saraya and Harley Cameron and the newest member Anna Jay getting involved, which I believe had no business being there. The three of them
Too soon.
kind of took the attention away. Oh, this guy. What another peak, a funny one. What the Ring of Honor World Champion Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here, Jack Perry.
Jack Perry just kind of.
That was
But what was cool about
just
AEW last night, seeing Zack Sabre Jr. Like, how often do you get to see him on television?
not very much.
Yeah, going up against Orange Cassidy at Forbidden Door.
Wait, you were there, Carl? No way.
Steve Cassidy, I guess.
Yeah,
I
Orange
guess we both probably would.
Hey!
My hair's
That's
not as good as today.
That's Peach Cassidy. But I wanna piggyback off one of your peaks there, Ray. I'm gonna say this is a pit and a peak. Okay, that promo Will Ospreay had with Swerve. What is with Will Ospreay referencing WWE? He said he's something about hit row, and he has a hit list. What's going on with that? This guy has to reference
didn't-
WWE to get by, or what? What's going on with that?
That was just digs at, like
Yeah.
Swerve's past failures. Because come on, Hit Row was a flop. It was never gonna work.
100%.
Nobody was behind it. I wasn't behind it. For the whole Hit Row run, I was saying, I was ranting, I was venting. Like, what is this shit? Why are they making Swerve do this? He's already talented enough where he can do it on his own. None of these people on Hit Row are talented. Swerve is the talent. Free him from Shit Row. But that's just my opinion. When he broke out on his own in AEW, I was very happy.
Shout out to
Speaking-
B-Fab in the parking lot.
Yeah, we saw B-Fab running through the snowy parking lot at the Allstate.
Joe opened the window. Hey, bro.
That's a hit. Row.
What up, B-Fab?
Shortly after that, we met Legado del Fantasma
Right.
at Taquaya with Ray.
With Ray.
Yeah.
I
That was-
I love telling this story because this was before Santos went heel. I asked Santos if he could take a picture of me, Ray, and my cousin Tito, and he was on his phone like this. He looked up like if I wanted a picture with him, and I'm like, hey, can you take a picture with me and Ray? And he went like this. Right back. I think I like ruined that guy's day, but now it kind of makes sense,
Yeah, he
It's so
deserves
funny.
Oh.
It's so funny. But
So
I
you
was
didn't get
also-
the picture.
Yeah,
No, I ended up taking it.
yeah. This guy, Carl, Carl and Joe were just sitting at the table, still like nothing's happening. Let's just eat our food. Yeah. Like, side-eyeing. I'm like Carl. This guy went, oh, how can I help you? Like he got up in like 2 seconds, like the flash, and grabbed like my phone was already out of my hand at that point. He's like, hey, Ray, nice to meet you, Ray. Click, 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 and that's it. That's how.
I like to be respectful. If a wrestler's eating dinner, I'm not gonna jump into.
He didn't even know that was Ray until I told him it was.
Ray.
No, because I thought you guys were pointing to the other side with this little kid and a freaking
yeah,
Ray
the Ray
man.
mask. Because I was trying to tell my cousin. Because Joe told us, and I'm like, that's not Ray. And I look without the mask on, and I'm what do you call it? I'm starstruck. I told my cousin Tito, I'm like, look behind you, that's Rey Mysterio. He's like, no, it's not. I'm not stupid. And because he thought it was the kid in the mask too, that was wearing the Mysterio mask. I'm like, no, look, it's that guy right there. He turns around. My cousin was like that. Ray had his hands in his pockets, and I was staring at him. He was like that. He was just in line to get his food. That was so funny. And then we saw what's his name? the guy who does the backstage interviews. You know
Byron
what I'm talking
Sax.
about? Yeah, he was there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at
Yeah.
Taco Maya.
Yep.
Everybody
that
goes
was
to
a
Taco
good
Maya
episode.
afterwards.
Yeah, they like going to that place. Yeah, I wish they were I wish they were in the South Side. They get some tacos. That'd be great.
Yeah, those tacos weren't very
Right.
good, by the way.
Outside. Nobody wants to go to the South Side.
You see that? You see that behind me, Joe? You see that behind me?
Nah, your room's too
Dark,
dark.
bro.
Nah, you
Sucks,
see that?
outside.
No.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
You see this?
I can't see nothing, buddy. I
See
don't know what you're
that?
talking about. You're
All right, well, that's my time. Everybody else, anything else?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. That's that we're actually running into time. I just want to thank our followers, our listeners. Remember to click that subscribe button. We're 2 away from 50. We hope to be 100 subs to 100. If you could help us by SummerSlam, if you could help us out, that'd be great. And once again, thank you all for your time, and thanks our gracious hosts for coming in again. Thanks, guys, for smarking around.
Peace out.